And what's fascinating to me, I mean, I'm just always interested anyway in like how people work and what they feel is the story behind their success and what, inspired that change or anything like that. And you really dive into like why we are spenders or why we are savers or how we operate, through our financial landscape. And so I'd love for you to touch on that because I know, I feel like you do the Enneagram and Kolbe.
Yes. Yeah. Kolbe, Enneagram, and then I do human design, which is I always get pushback for that, but I'm like, no. You don't understand. Like, human design is literally like, this is why it doesn't feel right. Like, everything that you're doing, this is why you're not successful. Because like energetically, you are not meant to do it this way. And so like the Enneagram definitely is helpful when you are looking at like, how are you motivated? Like, how do you, like, what do you appreciate about your work? Like, how are you hardwired about like how you do things? The Kolbe is more about like, I like to use the Kolbe for business owners, and I don't always have everybody do it, but like the Kolbe will be more of like, what kind of support do you need on your team to carry your vision forward? So like for me, I'm like a high quick start. So I'm like, yeah, I got an idea. I'm like running down the field with my ball with it, and then I trip and fall, and then someone's got to like pick up the ball and take it the rest of the way. Like, so for me, like, I'm the ideas person. I'm like, okay, let's do it. This is like the first couple steps we need to do, and then I run out of steam. And so I need that type of support. So for me, it was super helpful learning about that. But then it also helps my business owners set themselves up for success when they're building out their team as well. But I also do financial virtues, which the bull quiz basically is like what everyone calls it. So it's a behavioral finance assessment. So it'll show you what color bull you are and basically like what biases you have around money. So like, if it's really helpful in the investment space as well, but like generally speaking, it helps marriages. It really does, and relationships, because it'll show how you need to process information. And like, I'll have like in our house, I'm a blue bull, so I'm like vision all the way. I see how it's coming together. I'm gonna put all the people in place to help bring it together. Like, I don't need the like exact details of how one thing is gonna help me get there. I just know if it feels like a good fit, we're going there. My boyfriend, my poor boyfriend, is the exact opposite. So he's an orange bull.
You know what they say about opposites.
I know.
Which is why this helps in marriages though, right? Because I would wager you typically have a saver and a spender.
Yeah. And it's very much like that type of a concept as well. So like for him, every time, like we would always butt heads, and I'd be like, oh, it's coming together. Like, I can see it. And he'd be like, how? It's like, Chelsea, how do you get paid? How are you going to make this money? Like, what the hell? Like, and he'd just get like really angry about it. And then I pretty much figured out like he needs like the step by step. So then it also helps me when I'm working with clients, like, hey, this is what we need to do. Here's the highlight reel for you, yellow bull, that doesn't need all this information. And here for you, orange bull, like here's a whole textbook on like why we're doing what we're doing and like all of the data that supports that. So there's a lot that I do around like assessments and things, because for me it was like I was putting financial plans together, I was giving them to people, and like we check in like a month and like nothing was getting done. And like for me, financial planning and the way that I do it is a transformational experience. So I can't just like do that and then let people go and not do anything. So I needed to know how I could best work with clients to help them deal with the changes that needed to be made, what habits they have in place that are like really detrimental to what they're trying to do. And then that's kind of how like map my signature financial planning offer was born. So